from PerennialWeek1 Garden Center, and welcome to week 1 of our Perennial of the Week series for 2013. Our first Perennial of the Week for this year is going to be this Coreopsis moonbeam. Now, a lot of people are going to recognize this plant. This is a pretty common workhorse plant for the garden, but Coreopsis moonbeam is a wonderful perennial in so many ways. First of all, it's going to be very deer resistant for the garden. Next, it's going to give you a great long wonderful bloom time from about late June until frost. And also too, it's a great native plant for attracting butterflies to the garden as well. Coreopsis moonbeam, you're going to want to grow this, in a mixed perennial border or a mass planting. You can even use it as a cut flower in the garden as well. Now, to go along with this Coreopsis moonbeam, there's a lot of excellent summer blooming plants that combine really great with this, and we're going to show a few of them to you today. Our first one is going to be this Russian sage. Now, Russian sage, it's another great workhorse of the garden. This is going to be a plant that's going to start coming into bloom in July, and it's also got some of the same qualities that Coreopsis moonbeam has as well. This is going to be a very deer-resistant plant because it has a nice pungent foliage, fragrance that the deer don't like. This is also going to be a plant that the butterflies are really going to go for, but also too hummingbirds in particular really like this plant as well. Also, this plant, if you keep the old flowers trimmed off, this is going to bloom summer into fall. Now next, for our accent plants to go along with Coreopsis moonbeam is this wonderful Helenium Mardi Gras. And Helenium Mardi Gras is a great perennial. It's one of my favorite plants for the garden. It's going to top out around 2.5 to 3 feet in height, and it makes a wonderful cut flower for summer vases. Also too, it's another plant that is native that's also a great plant to be putting down for the butterflies. I know in my garden the butterflies, especially the little skipper butterflies, really particularly go after this plant. And it's a very easy plant to grow. We're going to want full sun, and another one that is great for mass planting with the Coreopsis moonbeam or other summer blooming perennials. Our third accent plant to go along with Coreopsis moonbeam is this Liatris cobalt. Now, Liatris cobalt, one of the great things you can do with this plant is that it makes a wonderful long-lived cut flower in a vase inside, which if you've ever gotten flowers from a florist, very good chance you've seen this plant in the bouquets you've gotten. Now, also, what we have is, to go along with the Coreopsis moonbeam, is we have the Echinacea magnus. Echinacea magnus is a nice large flower. It's an echinacea. It's been in the trade for a long time. This is going to get to be a big bushy perennial that's going to top out around 2.5 to possibly 3 feet in size. Prefers full sun, but would take a little touch of shade in the garden. Another one that makes a really great cut flower, native plant, so really great for the butterflies. And also too, in the fall, if you leave the seed heads on this, you can watch the goldfinches bounce back and forth eating the seed out of the old seed heads of this plant. And last but not least, our last accent plant to go along with Coreopsis moonbeam is going to be daylilies. And with daylilies, there's so many types and colors, single flowers, double flowers, that the combinations to go with Coreopsis moonbeam are absolutely endless. One of the ones I'd like to show you today is this one that's relatively new. This is one called Christmas Ribbon. Christmas Ribbon is a spider type daylily. This is going to top out around 30 to 36 inches in the garden with the flower stems. And as this plant matures, it's just going to send up more and more stems, and you're going to get a really great long bloom time off this plant. Now, daylily Christmas Ribbon here, you're going to want to plant this in sun to part shade, and it's very easy to grow. And I'm Henry from PerennialWeek1 Garden Center. Thanks for watching this week. Hope to see you down here at the Garden Center soon.